everybody, welcome back to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy Kun, aka 1028, and turns out laundry's in my way. Who knew? Anyways, guys, it's May 10th, and you know what that means. We're one day away from Mother's Day, obviously. But before we get into Mother's Day, we have to get into our Crash Bandicoot game review. And this time, I'm reviewing Crash of the Titans. Woo! Crash of the Titans is the 14th installment in the Crash Bandicoot video game series, although it's the 7th chronologically. The story centers around the discovery of substance known as Mojo, which Cortex plans to use to turn the inhabitants of the islands into an army of loyal mutants known as Titans. And it's up to Crash to stop them. Sounds easy enough, right? Not really. No. Anyway. Obviously, Crash of the Titans is your next platform game, which takes place after Crash 2 Insanity. I would say about a couple of years. And your main objective is to save Coco and his homeland from being destroyed by Cortex's giant robot. Strangely enough, Okay, let me stop for a second. I have to say this right here and now. Although the graphics and gameplay are great, I, speaking for myself, did not like this game, nor Crash Mind Over Mutant. I'll get into why in a little second here. But, story of the game. In the beginning of the game, Crash aids Coco with her butter recycling device when Cortex arrives, capturing Coco and Aku Aku and Case Crunch and Ice. Crash throws Coco's machine at the airship, freeing Aku Aku's cage in a forest nearby. After Crash rescues his masked friend, they discover that Cortex and Uka Uka are stealing the Mojo from a nearby temple and decide to stop them. On reaching the temple, Cortex reveals his plot to use the stolen Mojo to create an army of loyal mutants. Not rejects like you guys, he added. To build a robot known as the Doominator, which will crush the islands and take over the world. After failing to defeat Crash with his Eucalyptus robot, Cortex boasts that Crash will never find his base. Meanwhile, well, not really meanwhile, but back at the base, Uka Uka decides to fail Cortex. In other words, he fires him. Yep, for the first time ever, we actually get somebody better than Cortex, and that is his own niece, Nina. Despite protests from Cortex, Tiny, and Engine, Nina takes over the Empire, brainwashes Coco, and finishes the construction of the Doominator. Well, this isn't going to be good. This is not going to be good at all. Alright. Let me say this right now. While the PS2 version had a different storyline, the the DS version of it was a little bit different because Nina had such a bigger role in the game and Dignodile was included. That's the reason number one I did not like Crash of the Titans, was because of the different storylines between the big platform like PS2 and the small platform like the DS. There's another reason I didn't like this game and its counterpart, Crash Mine Over Mutant. In all honesty, I did not like the redesigns of the characters. Plain and simple. The only redesign I did like was Nina because it was showing her aging the way I think she should be aged. But in all honesty, Cortex is a lot wimpier in this version of Crash Bandicoot. And I'm just like, what? When did he get wimpier? Come on, I know he teamed up with Crash, but he never got that wimpy. Come on. And as for the Titans themselves, are you serious? Granted, the Titans are awesome, they're powerful, they're everything, but they are terrible. What was the point behind these guys? Seriously, I don't understand it. I don't understand why, just why did Crash have to use a Titan or whatever to defeat these guys? Come on! On top of that, Crash has a health bar in this game instead of Aku protecting him. This is just what? What happened to Crash? I'm sorry, but this is just. Ooh. Yeah, I'd rather not go there. But I could say so much more about the way I dislike this game, but I'd rather not. I mean, you guys get my point. I did not like this game at all. Mainly because they made a lot of the characters a lot dumber than what they should be. I mean, they jacked Tiny for Pete's sake. Compare Tiny to when we first meet him to this game. And you'll be like me. Are you serious? They jacked him. He was a lot better in the old games. And N. Gin? They made him cuckoo. They made him cuckoo. I liked N. Gin as he was before. And Crunch seemed like they made him more cyborgish, if you ask me. But it's just like, what? Okay. And they even jacked up Aku and Uka Uka. I mean, compare the two from Crash Twin Insanity and this game, and you'd be like, what are you doing, peoples? This is not Aku, this is not Uka Uka, this is not anything. I mean, seriously, the only thing I did like was Nina. I mean, the changing of her clothes and making her look a little bit older was great. The way they changed her was good. Because it showed that they were going the right direction with her. But with everybody else, they jacked them up. And that's the reason why I hated these two games. But I have to give them a fair review. Nothing I can do about that one. So, I give Crash of the Titans my own fair review of 7 out of 10. Next time on my channel, we're going to go over Crash Mine Over Mutant and see how that goes. Then we close off our Crash Bandicoot review and move on to Mario. So until Tuesday, guys, this is Amy Coon, AK1028, signing off from Kids Network Studios. And I will see you guys for the last Crash video review.